All right, guys, friendly reminder, tomorrow you have a test, 25 questions, multiple choice on India and on China, so please make sure you're ready for it. Your focus and your spice are due tomorrow. On your whiteboards, please tell me, what is the name of the dude who founded the Qin? What is the name of the dude who founded the Qin? No, that's Taoism. Good. What is it, Bella? Yep, something like that. All right, on your whiteboard. What is the name of the legal doctrine that the Qin are going to implement? What is the name of the political doctrine? Good. What is it? Ben? Legalism. What is legalism really known for? Like it's known for being what on your board? It's known for being what on your board? No, Amy. Harsh. It's known for being really harsh. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name. Please tell me, why does the Qin get overthrown? Why are the Qin overthrown? Kind of, but okay. Peyton, what do you got?
By legalism being too strict.
Over a long period of time. Can we agree? Now, who can raise their hand and tell me, why is legalism? Why does it work for a while? Why is it really important? Why do they use it for a while, Shabani?
Because everything was chaotic before, and then
Because why?
Because of the period of the war states.
There you go.
And then the harshness kind of kept everybody organized.
Okay, the harshness kept everyone organized, but the problem is they didn't lessen up. Okay, and over the long term, it's going to collapse. The Qin are what type of government style? It has two words to it. Do not just write one. Good. So far, I have one right answer. Two right answers. Three. Good. What is it, Aiden?
Centralized bureaucracy.
Centralized bureaucracy. What does that mean, Aiden?
It means that they hire a bunch of, or well, they don't really hire a bunch of people. They have to.
Well, they hire a bunch, but they
Well,
kill.
They hire a bunch.
And who do they get their instructions directly from? The emperor. Remember, it's centralized. The emperor gets to control everything. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the dude who wanders around China and writes down things that are super positive about the government? What is the name of the dude who wanders around China that's super positive? Good. What do we got? Nate. Confucius. Very nice. On your whiteboard. Don't worry about this. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the book that Confucius wrote? What is the name of the book that Confucius writes? Good. What is it, Maggie? Just put it in the house. Good. Analyx, on your whiteboard, please tell me, what belief system is created in order to reject Confucianism? Good. What is it? What do we got, Vendela? Taoism. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the first 5 dynasties in China in order? Yes. Now, what I would do if I was you is I would write in the, if you have a notebook, what I would write is on the cover, on the underside of your cover, I would start writing your Chinese dynasties down. All right. All right, I got a couple right answers out there. Okay. What are they, Vance?
They're the Zai,
Zia?
the Zia, the Shang, the Zhao, Qin, and then the Han.
There you go. On your On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name? What makes Qin Shianju's burial really interesting? What is, and that's the reason why Ryan cares about him. What makes his burial interesting? Come on. What is it, Bella? There you go. The Qin are anti-what? The Qin are anti-what? Good. Natalie?
Education.
Education. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the first real emperor of the Han? He is the Golden Age. Nope. He's the end. Good. Who is it? Logan. Han Moody. On your whiteboard, Han Moody starts a university. At its core, it's teaching what? Han Moody is going to start a university. At its core, it's teaching what? No. What is it? No, Amy. Confucianism. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what are the two areas the Han conquer? Good. Good. What are they, Claire? Korea and Vietnam. On your whiteboard, please tell me what tool is going to be used for, what new invention is going to be used for war and farming, which is going to have huge yields. What is it, Jackson? Iron. On your whiteboard, please tell me what new invention is going to be the highest priced item on the Silk Road. Good. What is it, Ben? Silk. Why is it named after silk? Because it's the most expensive item. We have a coast in Africa that's called the Diamond Coast.
And isn't it the Ivory Coast too?
We have the Ivory Coast, we have the Gold Coast, we have the Slave Coast, and we also have the Diamond Coast.
They still call it that?
Yeah, in some parts. All right, here we go. So, what is the biggest enemy of the Han? Do not write that. I need you to know that you can recognize it. Good. What is it, Macy? Sure, and what do we call them?
Excellent.
There you go. All right, on your whiteboard, what is the name of the gentleman who is the dude behind the decline of the Han? Because he is going to redistribute land, but it is a shit show. What is it? Sadie? Wang Mang. All right, there's the smile. All right, here we go. On your whiteboard. All right, please listen up. Here we go. We're going to go notes. Okay. I am going to go really quickly. There's a bunch of stuff you don't need to know. There's a couple things you do need to know, yes?
Yeah.
Please remember that the Persians are going to take over northern India. The Persians are going to take over northern India. So is that going to influence India?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to have Alexander the Great is also going to take over a portion of northern India. Is that going to be reflected in its new governments? Yes. So just be aware that we're going to see the impact of all of these invaders. Now, the first big kingdom is called the Kingdom of Magadha. Okay, they're the first big kingdom in period 2. Okay, they are in northern India. They are the typical, all you need to know is that they're the typical Indian kingdom. Okay, they're going to be the foundation of what will become the Gupta here in a little bit. So they're just existing. They're just hanging out post Alexander the Great. Okay? Now, I would write Mauryan is your big empire. So write Mauryan in the center of the page. Mauryan is spelled in the top of my PowerPoint here, people. So the Mauryans. You need to know that the founder of the Mauryans is Chandragupta space Mauryan. You're going to meet a dude named Sandra space Gupta. So is it important that you understand the differences? Hello? Okay, so please make sure. So, Chandragupta Maurya is going to overthrow the Magadha rulers, and he creates the first unified Indian empire ever. Except he doesn't conquer where? Garrett?
South India.
The southern tip of India, for sure. Okay, so you need to know Chandragupta Maurya is your founder. You need to know that he overthrows the Magadha, and he creates the first unified empire in India. Okay? You need to know he does not conquer the southern tip, though. Okay? He does not conquer the southern tip of India. Okay? Now, you do need to know that Chandragupta Maurya and his advisor, sure, whatever you want to call it, say, okay, create this book. Okay, so Chandragupta Maurya and this dude write this book, and it will be the foundation of all laws in India till the British arrive. Okay, so Chandragupta Maurya and his advisor Katula, write Arithmetic. Yep. And that will be the foundation of Indian laws until the British show up in the 1780s. Is that a big deal?
Yeah.
Very much so. Okay. Now, you also need to put a little star. Okay. You also need to put a little star. In their government, they have a system of spies. Who else had a system of spies, Alex? What?
Oh, wait.
The who? What's their big name? Ottoman? Okay, Ottomans are going to have it, but they'll fall under what major empire? Jackson.
Persian.
The Persians. So, who did they get the idea of aspiring for? Persian. So I would write Persian influence. Okay, so we're starting to have some secretism, some blending of cultures. How exciting! So, the Indians are going to use a little bit of that. Now, Chandragupta is going to die, and then Ashoka Maurya rises. Now, Ashoka Maurya, okay, is your golden age, which obviously means what? What does golden age mean, Nate?
Never lost war.
No. That's like Pax Romana kind of thing. What does golden age mean? It's the peak of culture, peak of power. It's the best time you'd want to live in, correct? Okay, so Ashoka is, you need to know that he is going to conquer the largest amount of territory. Conquers the largest amount of territory, okay? And then he becomes a Buddhist. Because he's like, oh my God, I killed all these people. All these people were killing on my behalf. Oh my God, all these deaths are on mine. Ah, man, I gotta fix my soul. So he becomes a Buddhist, and then becomes known for his ruling style, not his conquering. You need to know that. He is beloved by the people. He is known for his ruling style because he's really kind of a great guy. Now, he is going to bankrupt the Mauryan Empire. He bankrupts the Mauryan Empire. You do need to know that. He is known for his ruling, not for his conquering. You need to know that he becomes a Buddhist, and you need to know that he's going to bankrupt the Mauryan Empire. Okay? What do you got?
How does he bankrupt the empire?
Okay, for a couple of reasons, and that's going to be your next heading. The decline of the Mauryan. Okay? Ashoka spends too much money. Okay? He's building all these like fancy temples and all that crap. Okay? So the decline of the Mauryan. Ashoka spends too much money on bureaucrats. The army is not funded by taxes. I would put a big star next to that one. Ashoka spends too much money on bureaucrats. Okay? And the army is not funded by tax revenue. So it's paid for by donations. How well do you think that goes? Not well. Guess what? After this, no other country will do this because every country pays for their military via taxes, which is you do know that over 1/3 or like almost half of our taxes go to the military, right? Just saying. Okay, so you're going to see, inflation is also going to cause. So there's 3 things you need to know. Ashoka spends too much money on bureaucrats. You also need to know that the military is not funded by taxes and inflation. What is inflation? Jesse?
Isn't it when like they have like some money and like the value of it like goes down?
There's a little more complexity to it, Kate. Why? Garrett?
But the government makes like too much money.
Yeah.
And then they lose its value.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it was kind of interesting. About a week ago, a press conference came out, and they said that Trump thinks that by printing more money, the U.S. economy will improve. What definitely will not happen if Trump prints more money? It will not. It will lead to great amounts of inflation, and that came out like a week ago that he threw out that plan. That doesn't work anywhere. and will not work here in the United States. Now, you need to put 4 stars in your notes because it's super damn important, okay? You need 4 big stars. Every time an empire falls in India, write this down. Every time an empire falls in India, it shatters into thousands of kingdoms. It is the only place that you will see this happen. And it is going to do this every single time until the British come in and take over. Every time an empire collapses in India, it shatters to thousands of small kingdoms. They're like smaller than like Tampa. Tampa would be a bigger kingdom. That's how many kingdoms are going to be. And each one has its own princes and princesses and kings. Okay, what do you got?
Is there a reason why we only have
Yeah, because India is actually pretty, it's pretty isolated in its own little areas and stuff like that, and it's so vast. And because of the way it kind of developed, with each region have its own specialties of like certain crops go only in some places, certain specialties of like skills and stuff like that, that people just kind of like grouping in themselves. Okay, so couple of the kingdoms you only need to know 2. Okay, Bactria, whatever. Okay, they are going to be based entirely on Alexander the Great. So this is your first kingdom. They are still ruled by the descendants of Alexander the Great. So they really holding on to that man?
Yes.
Yes. It's weird. It's weird. Okay. All right, and you need to know the kingdom of Kush. They are going to be your major traders. That's all you need to know. Kingdom of Kush. They are going to be your major traders. Okay. All right. Gupta. So, we're rising into our new empire. So we got the Gupta. Write it nice and big. Okay? You need to know that they are based on the Magadha. They are based on the Magadha. You know the first empire, you know how the Mauryan conquered them? Well, the Gupta are like, oh my god, but they were so great. So let's base our entire empire off of them. So they did. Okay, you need to know that it's founded by a guy called Gupta. Are we having fun yet? We have Chandragupta Maurya. Now we have Gupta. How exciting.
Is that just a coincidence?
Yeah, it's a pretty popular name apparently. Okay, so the Gupta are founded by a guy named Gupta. Okay, you need to know it's highly centralized because it's so damn small. Okay, and they are the center of math and science during this time period. They are the center of math and science during this time period, which means they're more advanced than anywhere else, right, Vance? You just got all this stuff down. You don't need any notes on this? I don't think that's going to go well tomorrow for you, but I hope it does.
I'm so far behind. I just go on with the
Wait,
first one.
why?
What did you say for Bactria? What do we
I'm
need
trying to
know?
listen and
I just lost him a
Where?
Like
At
the
first, that
At the Gupta?
No, like
I
lost
think
that.
the Persians, northern kingdoms,
So-
Magda.
Yeah, they're your first like empire post.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, really? I just wrote online.
About the Magda? No. They're like the foundation of Indian culture. Alright, here we go. The Gupta. They're going to decline because of the White Huns. They decline because of the White Huns. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. And so, when an empire rises and then it falls, what happens in India? Alex?
It separates into
It shatters into 1,000 kingdoms. And guess what's going to happen after the Gupta? Shatters into a ton of kingdoms. So, there you go. Alright, so, a couple big things you need to know that are happening in India. You need to know that the Silk Road is bringing money into India like crazy. What are the major goods coming out of India? Who can raise your hand? What are the major goods, Jesse?
Silk.
Nope, there's no silk in India. Spices. Spices are what India is known for. Okay, if you go to India today, you need to go to a spice market, and apparently there's just like massive piles of spices there, and it must smell like amazing. I'm dying to get to India. What do you got?
Wait, what happened to the wind blows?
I guess the wind doesn't blow in there. I don't know. They've been doing this for thousands of years. I bet they figured it out. I don't know. Okay, so you do need to know that they're going to be major traders. You just listen. They're going to be trading via road and Indian Ocean Basin. So it's both via road and Indian Ocean Basin. Now, Indian Ocean Basin is going to open up because of the discovery of monsoon winds. You need to have that down, put a big star. Indian Ocean Basin trade opens up because of the discovery of monsoon winds. You need to know the directions of the winds. I know. Welcome to AP World. I know. I feel the same way, Brooke. You need to know from spring to winter, wind blows from the southwest. From the fall to the winter, okay, it blows from the northwest.
Southwest?
It's up here, guys. Yeah, I don't memorize everything. Okay, so it's just the direction of the wind. Now that you know the wind direction, you can kind of shift it and use it to sail any direction you want. For the first time, the Indian Ocean Basin is going to be open for trade. So now all of a sudden, Africa, the Middle East, India, and China are all trading. So now it's not just the Mediterranean Sea, it is now the Indian Ocean Basin. What do you got, Avery?
Okay, so the Han created the shipwriter. Do they?
They're going to be trading in the Indian Ocean Basin.
Okay, do they have the shipwriter?
Yeah, they're going to have it as well.
Okay.
All right, so they're going to be trading everywhere in the Indian Ocean Basin now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, patriarchy is still in India. However, the Indians are going to be like, yeah, we're going to step up our game. Because remember, we've talked about India as one of the, if not the most extreme place for our patriarchy, yes? They're going to start doing child marriages. Okay, why would a civilization support child marriages? Why? People are getting, children are still getting married to this day in the world, ladies and gentlemen. So don't think this is an India problem. It is all over, and it is still happening in 2018. Why? Alex?
I'm thinking that maybe because the kids are more dependent on the parents, so they're used to being dependent. So not people aren't going to rebel, like children aren't going to be mad about getting married.
No, sweetie. A young girl being raped by her husband is always going to be a problem. Aiden?
So they can grow more, have more people.
No, you can't. If you're age 8, sweetie, which is the average age for a bride, you're not producing a kid. Sorry, sweetie. You got to hit puberty first. Yeah. Oh, it is that young. 8-year-olds are being sold for marriages. Why, Jesse?
Because the families are in like poverty and they need money.
They need money. Guess what has very little value? Children. Well, specifically, women. So, guess what? If I have a couple daughters, I can be like, oh, shit. Well, Vendel is no use to me. Why don't I sell her off and make some money off of her? And that's exactly what it is. Okay? So, it's because money is now coming into India. So, some people have money and a lot of people still don't have money. So, all of a sudden, selling off your children in order to make more money is going to sound like a good deal. And mostly it's women. Is this a good thing or bad thing for women? Do you think a woman in a relationship, no, a little girl is ever going to have the same power and authority as her husband? And never, ever. And the abuse, obviously, sexual, physical, mental, all the other components of it is just going to be tripled. Is this going to help women at all? No, it's a good way to suppress women. If you're getting raped from the age of 8 and younger, are you going to fight back? No. Okay? Please know, it is happening in 2018. There are brides in 2018 who are under the age of 10 living in the world. And in America, we have brides who are under the age of 14 who are being sold off. This is not an India problem. This is not an Africa problem. It is still a problem here in the United States. Now, is it as common as it is in other places of the world? No. But does it happen? Yes. Why? Because patriarchy. Okay, I gotta get off my horse, my little box, because I gotta move on. Okay? I've already talked about the caste system a lot this week, remember? So I'm gonna fly through this. Caste system is in place. We have more money coming in. So are people going to be more likely to reject the caste system if there's more money around?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The more money there is, poor people are making money now. Why?
Trading.
Because they're trading. They're out there selling products and stuff. Just listen, guys. If there's more money around, poor people, if the economy is doing better, everyone slowly does better. Does that make sense? Okay? So if there's tons of money around, even the poorest people are doing a little bit better. And if you're doing a little bit better, do you want to stay in the same shit position socially? Or do you want to improve your position as well? So, with the more money in India, we're going to start seeing other religions become popular. Why? Because no one wants to be an untouchable, right? No one wants to be treated like crap. So they're going to start seeing other religions coming out of it. Okay, so we're going to start seeing new religions. The first new religion out of India is Jainism, and you need to write this down. Now, Jainism is a big one to a degree. Now, Jainism is created by Vardim, that dude. Sure, that dude, okay? You need to know, and put a big star, they are super, super passive. They're pacifists. What does that mean? They are all about nonviolence, which means they walk in front of themselves with a feather so they don't kill any bugs. They strain water so they don't have anything in the water that they could kill. They do not eat meat. They do not use any animal products. Everything they come is plant-based. What do you got?
I was going to say, like, they also wear masks to make sure people can inhale. Yeah, and they, like, wouldn't farm either. So, like, they don't, like,
Oh yeah, there are
They
very
don't
few
pick, like,
farmers.
fruit and vegetables.
There you go. See? They're hardcore. How popular do you think this lifestyle is going to be?
No.
It is not very popular, but it is in rejection of the caste. You do need to know that. You need to know it's not very popular because it's too extreme. Can we agree? Like, sometimes I just want to wear my nice leather sandals. You know what I mean? They feel so nice. Okay? So, it's not very popular. It's too extreme. And it's a rejection of the caste, obviously. Correct? All right. So, Ahimsa is what we call the extreme nonviolence. Ahimsa is the fancy term we use for extreme nonviolence. Okay? Obviously, this is going to inspire our boy Gandhi and, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. here in the United States. What do you got?
Did like people like Brahmins ever do like Jainism?
No. Why would they change their religion? Are you kidding me? They're at the top of the caste. They're living life high on the hog. They're not changing. Hell no. These are all poor people who are switching here. Okay, Buddhism. Here we go. This is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. So, Buddhism is founded by a guy named Siddhartha Gautama. Okay? Buddhism is founded by a guy named Siddhartha. Now, Siddhartha is a monk, which means all he does is pray all day. He sits under a tree for 49 days. Okay? So, you need to know that Siddhartha is going to sit under a tree for 49 days. Now, he should be dead, because you can't go without eating after 2 weeks, but it's fine. We won't challenge the story, Kellen. We won't challenge it, even though it's fine. Just like Jesus. Just like Shiva. Just like Muhammad. Can we agree? There's always a little bit, what do we call that element? Mysticism. Exaggeration. Mysticism to it. Alright, so Siddhartha sits under a tree for 49 days, and he reaches enlightenment. And he becomes called the Enlightened One, a.k.a. Buddha. Yeah, you need to know that. So, 49 days he's sitting under a tree, he reaches enlightenment, okay, and he becomes the Enlightened One, a.k.a. the Buddha. Okay, so what you need to know is that if you are a Buddhist, if you need to write this down, write it down. If not, just kind of recall, you're only allowed to own 3 things. A robe, a bowl, and a spoon. It's the only things you're allowed to have. If you're a true Buddhist monk, every day you leave the monastery once a day, and you walk through a town, and people scoop food into your bowls. By regular people like my girl Sadie here giving a monk food, the monk is then going to pray for your soul. So instead of you going praying, you're like, let me feed them. Okay, and then they can pray for me, and that's kind of how you gain as a believer. You can support the monks, and the monks are going to go do that. Okay, so this is like your college lifestyle. You're going to wander, you're going to beg, and you're going to meditate. So when you get to college, you'll be like, Mom, I was kind of like doing the Buddhist thing. There you go. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so you need to know that the Dharma are the rules of Buddhism. Okay, they are the framework of Buddhism. The 4 major rules are called the 4 Noble Truths. Okay, the Dharma are the rules. The rules are called the 4 Noble Truths. Okay, look at how inspiring it is. All life is suffering. There is an end to suffering, which is nice, which is by removing desire, remove suffering. So if you want nothing, you don't, suffer. And then this may be done through the Eightfold Path. So the how to achieve enlightenment, you need to know this. The how to achieve enlightenment is done through the Eightfold Path. Okay? So you do need to know what the Four Noble Truths are. Do not write down the Eightfold Path. But know that how do you achieve enlightenment is by the Eightfold Path. So you have to follow the rules, but how do you actually get enlightenment is by following the Eightfold Path. What do you got?
Do we have to write down all four of them?
You shouldn't be aware of them. It's not the most optimistic. But people who are Buddhists are super chill. Do any of you know a Buddhist? Alright. You guys gotta expand your friend groups here. I have a Buddhist friend. She's chill as hell, man. She's great for asking for advice. Expand your friend groups, people. Jeez.
Does she not buy things?
Oh no, she's there's a balance. No, she's not a monk, sweetie.
Oh.
She's not a monk. Only monks are robes and a bowl. But even though I've seen a couple of Tahitian monks who are Buddhist monks, they just happen to live in. Anyway, I've seen them buy Chick-fil-A before. If you've ever go to the airports, you'll see monks wandering around in their robes. It's pretty cool. What?
It seems this is kind of unrelated.
Okay, I gotta finish my notes though. What do you got?
At the zoo, there's always Amish people.
Amish people get out too.
Yeah, they get to go live life.
I know, but why at the zoo? Always at the zoo.
Where the hell are you seeing Amish people? At?
Yeah,
Are you going in Pennsylvania?
B.C.E. zoo.
Oh yeah. No, when I
There's
lived there, I saw a
always
bunch
Amish
of them.
Maybe they really are passionate about animals.
there's when I went to
Hi, can I finish? Because we haven't finished content. Thank you, Jesse. This is really insightful. Okay, you need to know that it is very, very popular. Okay, because you do not need anyone to instruct you on how to be a Buddhist, really. Okay? It's really self-driven. You can be as devout as you would like. It completely rejects the caste, which is another major attraction to it. Okay? And they use vernacular. What is vernacular? What is vernacular? Garrett?
Is that thing just ancestry?
No. Vernacular. So in 1984, Pope John Paul II declared that the Catholic Church would no longer speak in Latin, that they would use the common vernacular.
Speech.
Yeah, so what does that mean? So when I was growing up in the Catholic Church, I was hearing Latin until Pope John Paul declared that they were going to be using vernacular. So what language was I now hearing, Katie? English. Vernacular is the common tongue, the common language normal people are using. Okay? So if I'm in a Catholic church in France, what language am I hearing? If I'm in Spain, I'm hearing?
Spanish.
There you go. Okay, if I'm in Portugal, I'm hearing? If I'm in Brazil, I'm hearing?
Portuguese.
Okay, I was wondering if you were going to tell me Braziliese or something. All right. So, you need to know that monasteries are going to become very important and powerful. Because it's easy. If you want to hide your money, that's where you move on. Instead of when you die, you're supposed to give something to the government. If you donate to the monastery, you don't. So it's going to be a huge problem in India. India is where Buddhism is going to start. Buddhism is going to be banned in India. And it's going, yeah, it is. It's going to be banned in period 5.
Why?
Because everyone's donating all their money to monasteries, and none of it is being circulated through the economy. So they're like, screw it.
Wait, so they don't have religious freedom here?
Not during this time. This is period 5.
Oh,
Now you can practice whatever the hell you want.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you need to know that Ashoka is the largest supporter of Buddhism. Okay? He supports Buddhism. Ashoka is the reason why not all, let's not be stereotypical, why most Indians do not eat meat. It was funny. I have a friend I have a bunch of friends who are Indian, but I have one friend who's Indian who literally hates, who loves cheeseburgers more than anyone in the whole wide world. He eats his name's Milind. He eats cheeseburgers on a regular basis. By the way, he weighs like 10 pounds. Screw that kid. I hate that kid. Anyway, he eats cheeseburgers on a regular time, and every time he eats it, he's like, damn you, Ashoka. And he's been saying that since we were in high school together. Damn you, Ashoka. Because the only reason he has guilt about eating cows is why? Ashoka. Ashoka is the one who banned eating animals.
People still like practice that, like
Yes.
a lot of people.
The most vegetarians in the world are in
India.
India, and which is if you ever go to an Indian restaurant, which Ren and I are going to one on Friday, and I am so damn excited about. I've already looked at the menu and I've already planned out what I'm eating. Okay, you will notice that a majority of the options are vegetarian. Okay, they have very few options that have cow in it. Why?
Cows are sacred.
Cows are sacred. Okay, however, some Indian restaurants do have some cow stuff, mostly for the white Americans who show up in there, and they're like, God damn it, these white people. At least you'll notice those are the most expensive items on the menu as well. So they're really sticking it to the man. Goodbye. Did we finish? Yeah.
What was the third thing for the Four Noble Truths?
What do you got? Yeah.
Is this a video